been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. All bye weeks now in the rearview mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler.
Straight to the air they go. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Ready? Track at 60. Set go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now an inside give to Carter. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send the tight end in motion. Daniels from the pistol. Gets this one to Harrison. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go now. Go.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Arizona. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This taken from the 12. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They go play action on first. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks cut it to a low point on the scoreboard. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Tried to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Rick Woolen with the INT. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up. Daniels coming back after that pick. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he is into the end zone for an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get it down to a single point. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Cardinals tie things up at 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Check over.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Check, Panther. Ready.
He'll look to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He puts some power on a deep one. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Seattle! I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Hold the ready.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go now.
On the gun, it's Daniels. He throws it deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They've got 3rd down well inside field goal range. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Drops back. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. This one from an even 40 yards out.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Searches from the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this gets all the way down inside the 5. The officials blow it dead at the 4-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. Go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. He's got it deep downfield. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals need only 1 to take the lead. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Viking 18. Tag.
First massive hit. The ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
He can run it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Carter again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be third and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Carter up the middle. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow their lead off the turnover. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals make it a 10-point ball game. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go.
Walker now from the gun. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks pushing for points. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 31. He lofts it deep left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud.
Big gain downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Ready up.
Here's Carter on the carry. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
It's a gain of just 2. They needed 5. It's going to be 4th and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
4th down, here's Daniels. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt. Ready? Half to 60, half to 60. Go.
Walker running to the right. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Bravo 80. Cowboy 80. Check, Bobcat. Buffalo 18. 18, Rattler. Dragon 60.
Throwing from his own end zone. He's trying to push the field. Throw left side, complete. And they finally tackle him after a huge gain. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
21.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Play fake here. Daniels. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Again, Daniels to the air. Connecting on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Daniels on 1st down. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Out of the gun, Daniels. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Second down carry for Jones. He still has room inside the 30. And they finally get to him at the 15. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Jones once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. First throw for the backup now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. This 32 yards out on the right hash.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Slot man in motion right. Second and 10 now. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
79 Bronco. Ready, go.
Throwing it again here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Just 1 yard for him, and now it's fourth and goal at the 5.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Here we go.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Motioning the tight end now. Now on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on 1st. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives.
Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the Seahawks pick it up. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. So that was holding on the offense, and a quick declination from the defense means this stands as a turnover. That one right down the middle. 3 quarters in the books from this one. And they're a point closer now on the scoreboard. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Third down, 1 yard to go. A give left side to Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Catch made by Carter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Ball at the 33 for first down. He's going to throw this one. And they finally get to him. He just kept hanging on to that football, and they drop him. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. They're now set for first and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down from the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals go up by 12 in the fourth. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with two scores now, it's what, a two-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Handoff running left, Walker. And they'll wrap him up after a short carry at the 24. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7. From the 24. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up fourth and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. He's loaded another one up. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Flush down out to his left. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals have likely locked up the win right there. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals go up by 19. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come 19. Come 19. Take go.
They'll come out throwing. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Handoff to Walker from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Looking for a throw here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Max Melton with the INT.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. He'll throw it. He puts some juice on it deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Let's go now. Check go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the Cardinals get to fly